Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another weekly update. So a few things here. Start off just with video stuff. I have recorded the rest of Super Mario RPG. It's going to be 40 episodes in total, so I think tomorrow's going to be episode 34, so 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. It's going to finish a week from Tuesday. So the rest of March after that, I'm going to keep open kind of like I did after I finished Ni no Kuni in December. I'm just going to finish up a few other projects, maybe spend that time doing streams more since I'll be working on videos less, and also prepare for my next Let's Play. So I'm not going to have that much time in between, but because this week's a chemo week, so I'm not going to be able to do anything, but the following weeks I will. So I'm going to start recording for my next two Let's Plays, which are going to be, one of them is going to be quite involved, the other one is going to be more casual. It's going to be great, though. I am looking forward to both of them very, very much. Although one of them is going to probably be covered in content ID claims. Just based on my experience with another Let's Play on my channel. It's what happens when you have a game with an excellent music track. But yeah. So that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna try to do more Undertale. Maybe I might do streams for the Scribblenauts Let's Play, like the story mode, as well. Maybe tonight, maybe in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'm gonna spend more time doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the videos. We have Super Mario Sunshine going on on Let's Players Unknown, and that's a thing that's happening. So it's going to be uploaded every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, so be sure to check out Let's Players Unknown for that. Portal 2 is also going up on Much Games, and that has like 3 episodes left to it every Wednesday, so be sure to check that out. It's going to end this month then. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And once I finish uploading Mario RPG, I promise I'm gonna put up that last story from Ni no Kuni and just get that out of the way. Also later today, there's probably going to be a Let's Create. I didn't put it up yesterday because I put up a Pokécrate unboxing instead. Also, probably on Monday, I'm gonna put up a first impressions video for Twilight Princess HD. So that's gonna be good. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for the videos. I mean, I don't really have anything special going on this month. It's just finishing up Mario RPG, which went by pretty fast, but usually I have 2 Let's Plays going on at the same time, so, you know, it's having 5 episodes a week, it goes by quickly, but that also started in January, so it did take 2.5 months regardless, 40 episodes. So, 8 weeks, 2 months. So I missed a little bit. Okay, Dobie, stop it. You get the point. So this past week, a few things. First of all, I beat Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I wanted to just get it done, like actually finish a game for once. I'm very bad at like finishing video games. I start them, I play them for a long time sometimes, and then I just put it down and stop playing. So I wanted to get Mario and Luigi Paper Jam out of the way because it was a fun game, and it was the first Mario and Luigi game that I actually finished since Partners in Time. I didn't finish Bowser's Inside Story or Dream Team. I just couldn't. They bored the heck out of me. But this game was so much better. I highly recommend it. The ending was satisfying. Like the boss fights at the end, there was a whole boss gauntlet, and it was difficult. It was really difficult, but the final boss was just very fun and had some twists that I didn't see coming. The script in that game is one of the best in the series as a whole, like the Mario RPG series from Legend of 7 Stars till now. It's one of the best, and it's self-referential, it breaks the fourth wall, it dumps on Luigi like at every possible turn, just like the Mario and Luigi series has been doing since it started. And it's just fantastic. It's so funny, and I really enjoyed it, and they reference other games and other tropes, and I mean, you've probably seen a few of them with memes and stuff, but it's very good. So I highly recommend that game. And so now that that's done, I have Fire Emblem Fates in my system, and I'm playing that, so that's good. Last night I started playing Twilight Princess HD, and it's good. It was initially hard to play because I'm used to the Wii version, which is flipped entirely. So like getting used to the camera controls, because you can use the right stick on the Pro controller for cameras now, instead of just turning and using the C stick and turning and using the C or the the Z button or whatever you're targeting on the nunchuck. And pressing a button instead of swinging the Wii remote for the sword is, I don't know, I miss swinging the Wii remote for that. But I got used to the flipped mode after maybe an hour. There's certain places that I still have to remember that, like, a bug is over here now instead of here, or heart piece is over there instead of there, because I played the Wii version a lot. I've 100%ed it twice, and I have played it several times aside from those, and I 100%ed it last year also, in preparation for a possible Let's Play that didn't happen because they announced the HD version. Excuse me for a moment, I need to get a tissue. So yeah. But I played 6 hours so far. I completed the first dungeon, and I was really surprised. I was able to get through the dungeon without any help whatsoever. The first dungeon is pretty easy, but there's a few things you can miss, like treasures and heart pieces if you don't remember. And it didn't feel flipped to me, which I really liked, because I had pretty much memorized the layout of the first dungeon, where everything was. And there's another thing they added to the game. They added Miiverse stamps, and these stamps are found in chests where there weren't chests before. It's not that they replaced certain chests. They supplement the dungeon. So like I was looking at the like I was going through one of the rooms. I was like, wait, what why is there a chest over there? And then I searched in this like little hidden alcove, and it's Miiverse stamp. I'm like, oh, cool. And then in like another place they put a Miiverse stamp. I'm like, that's cool. That's nice. It's just it's a good touch, and it makes exploration a bit better for veterans of the game like me. Yeah, I'm gonna call myself a veteran of the game. There's some games that I'm like, yeah, I can play. This game I am good at. This is a game I am legitimately good at. I'm gonna, like, I group it with Majora's Mask and Final Fantasy VII at games that I can just play through. I would probably need help 100%ing it entirely, because I don't remember the location of some of the Souls, but for the most part I know the dungeon layouts. I could get through even the water temple relatively quickly. It's not a terribly long game. I mean, it's about 60 hours, so it's not a short game either, but it's 60 hours to 100%, but it's not bad. But yeah, I'm gonna save my review of the game for the first impressions, but what I don't get to in the first impressions is Midna. Midna's the best. Her character model looks so much nicer in this, but like, just I don't know, the game feels more vibrant, because I guess maybe the HD colors, and they don't have to wash it out as much for the effect and everything. So it's just really cool. So I highly recommend it. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, obviously, the Midna and Wolf Link amiibo, which, I mean, look at that. How often can you get an amiibo of your waifu? And I like at the back she has a hand going like this. My little brother thought that she was flipping the bird for a second, but no, she's going like this, like. So yeah, it's just very, very nicely detailed. It's not like overly detailed, but you still have the effect on the fur over there, and the eyes. And Midna is just like. This is the main reason why I bought the game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know it was being sold separately, but not for a while. Also, since I pre-ordered from GameStop, it came with. Excuse me one second. sorry, it came with a soundtrack CD. This is actually the second Zelda sample soundtrack CD, Twilight Princess sample soundtrack CD I've ever gotten. The first one was from Nintendo Power 10 years ago when the games originally came out. I think it was a renewal bonus. And I've had that on my computer for a long time. It was so good. But yeah, now I have another one with more tracks on it. So I wonder if, actually, I want to see if it's, no, it's not the same one because there's a few, like Sacred Grove I know wasn't on it. But there's so many good tracks in this game. Like the Ordon Village. Do 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 bum. Boom 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 boom. Do do. Do 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 boom 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 do 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 do, etc. And Minna's Lament. Do 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 do. So it's good stuff. I like it. I think it's Minna's Lament or Minna's Theme. It's Minna's Theme. I don't know. The box is also just very nice. I have a thing in it, but ignore it. But yeah, so it's good. I like it a lot, and the game, like I said, it was hard to get used to playing on a controller. Also, I was using the Pro controller, and I think I might actually switch to the gamepad, which is something I would normally not say on any Wii U game ever. If given the choice between the gamepad and the Pro controller, I always go for the Pro controller. But the targeting were for like slingshots and the Gale boomerang so far. I hate using, like, I'm spoiled now because on the Wii version I use the Wiimote and it's like super precision, and the same thing with Skyward Sword. And I'm just not used to using a control stick anymore for that. And like, you know, on Majora's Mask 3D and Ocarina of Time 3D, you can use the gyro controls. So I'm actually probably going to try it with the Wii U, not the gamepad, the gamepad, just because it has the gyro controls and it might make it easier to shoot around. And I'm going to try that today, and we'll see how it goes. Also, what happened was Friday was a Nintendo Direct, a very big one, talking about the releases for spring and summer of this year, and there was a lot of games to talk about. And I wrote them down because I was going to forget half of these, more than half. First of all, they started out with Star Fox Zero / Project Guard, which is now Star Fox Guard. Project Guard was essentially Five Nights at Star Fox's. It was a bunch of robots attacking people with who have cameras. It's Five Nights at Star Fox's. And you're never going to be able to, Five Nights at Slippy's, or Five Nights at Grippy's anyway. You're never going to be able to unhear that, so you're welcome. And that's coming out April 22nd, and it looks amazing! I'm just going to talk about each one for a short amount of time, because there's too many of them. Splatoon is getting an update, which updates are generally good. They talked about Mario Sonic at the 2016 Rio Olympics, which is coming out on the Wii U June 24th and the 3DS on March 18th. I've never bought any of those games, and I probably won't, but they look nice. I mean, I assume people enjoy them if they keep making them. Let's see. Mario Maker is getting an update. It's getting skewers now. The skewers that go... and keys and key doors and pink coins that when you get all the coins it spawns a key. So we're going to get a lot of levels now where boss fights, as they said in the direct, boss fights can now be mandatory because you can attach a key to an enemy and have it only spawn when the enemy dies. That's going to be terrible, but that's coming out March 9th. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, which is Persona Cross Fire Emblem, you know, the Atlas game. It's coming out June 24th, and it looks nice. A lot of people hate on it. I don't know. They just don't like the kawaii type of aspect to it. I guess the Tokyo pop type of thing. But since it's taking place in Japan, they're keeping the original voice actors, the Japanese ones, and just putting English subtitles, which is something that Bandai Namco just did with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. So it works well in that game, actually. So, and that game also takes place in Japan. So I'm going to withhold any criticism of that because it's it works for me. I enjoy it, and usually I'm a dub guy over sub, like whenever there's a choice. But it has worked in the Digimon game, and I think it'll work here. So I look forward to that in June. Then there's that Project Treasure that was announced a while back. It's now Lost Reavers. Yeah, that's getting an open beta in the middle of April, and that's coming out April 28th. It's an online thing. I don't really care, honestly. Next, they announced a new Paper Mario game for the Wii U, Paper Mario Color Splash, which led to instantly to people starting a petition to cancel the game. Nintendo fans. I made my jokes on Twitter, but honestly, I'm reserving my judgment until we see more of the game. I understand that this is going to be another Sticker Star style game, just from what they showed us. But while I didn't like Sticker Star, I don't think it was a bad game. I think it was a bad Paper Mario game, which there is a big difference. The only thing I really, really disliked about Sticker Star is that the boss fights sucked. You couldn't beat the boss unless, like, you played for, like, 2 hours straight. You couldn't beat the boss unless you had a certain MacGuffin item. Like, when you fought the Pokey, you needed this baseball bat that beat it up and give it 1 billion damage. Because these bosses had, like, 500 health in the game where you deal, like, 2 and 3 at a time. Or the blooper where you needed to use the sponge at the right time. And it drove me absolutely nuts that I had to go online and look up these things, otherwise I couldn't fight the boss. And like a game that forces you to have to look up the strategy on how to beat a boss, it drives me nuts. And the final boss of that game, spoilers for a really old game that people complain about, although some people love, the final boss, Bowser, has like 4 or 5 different stages or something, and each one requires a certain item, once again, a certain special item that you have to use at the right time to beat up that form and get to the next stage and like push Bowser back. And the reason why I haven't beat the game is because I looked up online, I followed the instructions to the letter, I got to the second to last form, and Bowser never activated the tell for the item that would complete the next stage, and I kept going and waiting and waiting and waiting and running out of attacks and doing almost nothing while he's just using the same attacks over and over and not, like the previous stages, doing the thing that he's supposed to do that I would counter with the item. I don't remember what it was exactly. And I had to use it because maybe I was missing something, and I died because of that. And that was like an hour into the fight already, and I just said screw it, and I never touched the game again. But also the enemy fights were completely pointless because there was no experience, so all it gave you was coins to buy more stickers, and the stickers are used to fight, and you fight to get coins, and the coins, it makes a cycle, and you can completely avoid that cycle by not fighting the enemies. So I'm hoping that they make the enemy fights at least either more enjoyable or more worthwhile in the coming game, but we don't know anything about that yet, so I'm not going to start calling for the resignation of the entire Nintendo staff and for them to shut down their EAD division and all that. So yeah, that's coming out sometime in 2016, and I really think that people overreacted to it because we have not seen anything past like 20, well not 20, but like a minute of footage, and it looks nice. It's a Wii U game. It's paint and color, and the battles have some sort of more active thing that they're going to be using with the paint for. So give it some time before you start the petition, okay, guys? Seriously. Then they talked about Pokken Tournament. I call it Pokken, like Tekken, Pokken. Yeah. Pekken. Yeah. Which is coming out March 18th. I'm excited for that game. They talked about just some of the attacks, and Gengar is Bayonetta. Go back to the direct. Look at Gengar's attacks and tell me that he's not just Bayonetta from Smash Bros. 4. Just with a charge up and the giant fists coming out, the special attack that takes the enemies into a nightmare realm and gets all sorts of giant thing. And he's Bayonetta. Gengar is Bayonetta, and you won't be able to unhear that now. But yeah, it looks like a great game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not getting the fight pad for it, although the people at GameStop asked me if I wanted that. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary for me, but I've never played a game that required a fight pad before anyway, so I don't know if I'm ruining my chances at being good at that game. Next, they announced Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge, which is like the mini Mario games, the little robot guy, little wind up toy things. It has been a pretty good series, all in all. The Game Boy Advance one that started it was fantastic. I think it started. Maybe was there a Game Boy Color? No, I don't think there was a Game Boy Color one. No, I think it started with the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, so that's going to be free. Starting in April 28th, and it comes with Amiibo starting March 25th, so that's cool. And you use like some Amiibos, and it will the Amiibos will be the characters, and they all have different powers. So it looks pretty cool. I like the Mini Mario, and it's free, so I'm gonna try it out. Let's see. Animal Crossing Series 4 cards, Amiibo cards, are coming out in June, along with a really, really nice Summer Clothes Isabelle Amiibo. I don't know if I'm getting it, though. Next, they announced new Nintendo 3DS is finally going to have a use, and that use is Super Nintendo Virtual Console games like Earthbound and Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. So I might actually get it for Donkey Kong Country. Or I might get Donkey Kong Country, because I haven't played Donkey Kong Country in a really, really, really long time. I've never beaten it either. I used to play it in my orthodontist's office because he had a Super Nintendo 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. Oh my god, 15 years ago. I'm old! Oh my god, no, it was almost 18 years ago. It was when the PlayStation first came out, because he got it and it was new. That was 97. Ah! I was 6! Almost 7 years old. I was 7 at the end of 1997. But yeah, so that's something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people are saying like, oh, they could have done it on the regular 3DS. They're trying to sell the new 3DS. They're gonna make exclusives, and I for one am happy that my new Nintendo 3DS is finally going to have some purpose in it, more than faster load times and Xenoblade. Like, half the games, 90% of the games that come out on 3DS now make zero use of the C-Stick and only a marginal use of the ZL and ZR buttons, and I think it sucks. So I'm glad that they're doing something with the new Nintendo 3DS just to make it distinguished from the 3DS itself, and some people are saying that it's a marketing ploy, and it is. So is literally every game they produce is a marketing ploy to sell their software and hardware. That's what a business does. It sells things, and they do things in order to sell more of their product. That's how business works. And you may not like it because that's more money spent by you, but their goal is to get your money. Their goal is not to entertain you. That is ancillary to their selling the product. That's like a happy coincidence, and the people that design the games are the ones that want you to play their game. But the company they work for is selling the game to you, and they will do anything for you to give them money. That's business. So, shut up. I'm sorry. Let's see. Then they talk about Horse Solitaire Dating Simulator. The pocket card jockey made by Game Freak. That Lucachin went crazy over on Twitter. It was very funny. It's horse racing plus solitaire plus like a horse breeding thing. So it looks interesting. I'm not getting it. It's coming out in May. Then they announced Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, which looks interesting. I'm probably not going to get coming out this summer. It's a side-scrolling Mega Man XE or Mega Man Zero-E type of thing. I don't know. Talked about Fire Emblem Fates Revelations, which I already have because I got the special editions. That's cool. Hyrule Warrior Legends, which is coming out later this month, I think the 18th maybe. They announced a new character for it, Medley, and people said, "What, they get Medley but not Groose? Come on!" Also, it's going to have a code with the game that gives you all the characters in the Wii U versions. That's nice, and it's going to have a season pass for new content. So that's going to be interesting to see what new content they get that the Wii U version didn't already get with its season pass. We'll see. Then they announced Disney Copyright Academy. It's an art academy for Disney, but that has copyright written all over it, and we all know that Disney is going to go nuts with that. That's coming out May 13th. Then they talked about Bravely Second, which is coming out April 15th, which I would look into getting, but I really, really, really hate the art style of those games, the chibi characters. I can't stand it. I don't know why. Like, I really, really just don't like it. And it looks horrible to me, and that's why I couldn't play Final Fantasy 3DS. That's why I only played through Final Fantasy 4DS once. I played it because it's Final Fantasy 4, not because of how it looked. I did not like how they made it look at all. It's Final Fantasy 4 though. Come on, guys. It's like one of the best games ever. And like I didn't like just a lot of the. I didn't get Bravely Default because of just how that looks, and it just I can't do it. It doesn't disgust me, but it doesn't interest me in the slightest, which is sad because people love the Bravely Default games, and this looks like it's going to be great. And it has a Catmancer, a person that uses cats to destroy their enemies. So, I don't know. Then they talked about Dragon Quest VII. I was like, and then they said it's coming out this year, and it's like, come on, you're gonna talk about it in your spring and summer release thing, and then say we don't have even a release month for you. All you have to do is localize the damn thing. That can't take that long. The game is made already in Japan, guys. Let's see. They talked about Monster Hunter Generations, which is gonna have Murph. The Marth costume and stuff. So that's going to be interesting. That's coming out in the summer. Then they talked about Metroid Prime Federation Force. Something even more divisive than Paper Mario Color Splash. Which they use the term, "We will help you understand why this is an integral part of the Metroid Prime series," and then spent the longest segment of the Nintendo Direct talking about the game, which, you know what? It looks like an interesting game. I don't understand the hate it got initially. I mean, there are people that want, it doesn't have Samus, we're gonna kill everybody, let's get a torch, make Schwartz, kill it. Start a petition to cancel Color Splash anyway. And then the video that they uploaded before they disabled the ratings was getting that dislike bomb, just like the E3 video. People gotta grow up. It looks like a fun game, and they spent a really, really long time talking about the fact that this is a game that takes place in the Metroid Prime universe, and there's people other than Samus, and it looks pretty fun. That's coming out late spring, and they're like, you know, we're also going to have several opportunities to get hands-on with the game, so people gotta chill. Then they talked about Rhythm Heaven Megamix, which is like a music version of WarioWare, I guess. I want to see a crossover there if they haven't already. So that's coming out sometime this year. And then finally, Kirby Planet Robobot. That game looks amazing. It's Kirby in mech suits and Dr. Kirby, which is the cutest thing. It's coming out June 10th, and it's getting its own amiibo line, which the only unique amiibo is going to be Waddle Dee. But there's also going to be another King Dedede, another Meta Knight, and another Kirby. And they're all going to do special stuff in the game, kind of like with the Kirby amiibos working with Canvas Curse, Rainbow Curse, and yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I'm really excited for that one, and it was definitely the highlight of the whole thing. And yeah, that's it for the Direct, and I'm going to talk a little bit longer. I'm sorry, guys. But first things first, Christy sent me stuff last week. First of all, I got this adorable picture of a Pikachu, but she sent me amiibo cards, which I put away already, and Pokemon cards, and and some stuff from like the Pokemon Day last Saturday, the 27th of February. Let's see, what did I get from her? I have a bunch of cards here from packs that I opened, but she got me like also like Toys R Us. She went to the GameStop and the Toys R Us one, so I got that, and Pikachu, really nice Pikachu. And she also got me a stone badge. Oh god, it's the badge from Roxanne's gym. Completely slipped my mind what it's called. A little phone charm Pokeball. And an activity book from Toys R Us. I had fun with this one. So it has like a thing like draw Pikachu, and it's like, easy steps here. So I started off with I don't get it. So I just drew Wooper. I'm like, I don't think I followed the instructions. I don't think I got it right. Then I drew Terriermon from Digimon. I'm like, I don't get it. And then I drew Temmie. And I'm like, nope. And then I drew Isabelle, like getting close. And then I'm just giving up. I'm drawing a Yoshi, and I drew the Pikachu. But you have to look on the Twitter. It was very funny at the time. Like, I followed the instructions here, and Wooper. But yeah. Aside from Isabelle, I'm actually very proud of the pictures here. Pikachu, I actually did like draw from the picture, although mine isn't as chubby. Isabelle stinks, but I think Wooper is fantastic, and then Temmie is just hoi, and Terriermon. And the rest of the activity book is just like a maze and things like that. But that was fun to do. Let's see. Oh yeah. So she also sent me the posters. So there's the GameStop poster that you got for buying something there, and so it's pretty nice. Just it has all the Pokemon and things. And the one from Toys R Us has the original 151, and on the back is a timeline, which is like the Pikachu poster that I have there that used to be hanging over there. Except this one actually has the most recent games, so yay. Let's see, I opened up Poke Crate yesterday, so I'm not going to show you most of the cards I got because I want you to watch the Poke Crate video. But just to show you some of the things I got, I also bought one of those Celebi Pokemon Generations like boxes. So like I got the Celebi pin there, and I got 2 Generations packs, and I got a Vaporeon EX out of it, which is really nice. And let's see, came with this Celebi card, which is pretty cool too, and got a really nice Meowstic as well, and a few other cards, but like nothing really special. Yeah, nothing really special. But then in the Poke Crate, it came with a Japanese Pokemon Break pack, which I've never seen something like this before. It comes with 4 cards, and the piece de resistance of that was this Full Art Flareon EX, which I've seen the English version, so it's definitely Flareon EX, but it's like all shiny. You can kind of see it reflected, and the eyes have their own like pigment to it, like reflection and stuff. But is that not one of the most beautiful Pokemon cards you have ever seen? Like the entire card has like a shiny aesthetic to it, and like all the cards I got, like the Slurpuff here, also just all shiny. So that's really cool. Did I want to show you any other Pokemon cards? I don't think so, but the final thing I got was this poster. It's a Wind Waker poster. So there's a guy on YouTube, Stephen George. He does Stephen vlogs. He's a friend of Chuck Conroy, and but he has like a vlog. It's a vlog channel where he goes through like his life, and he also has like Stephen Plays where he does video games. So his wife Mal, is a painter, amongst other things. So she has a channel called Mal Makes, which she has like videos. It's kind of like a Bob Ross type of thing. She has videos of the paintings that she does, and so she auctioned off the canvas of like, it's like actual painting. But there's a site that they have linked there called Redbubble, that you can buy different like things with the like posters or framed pictures or magnets or journals or whatever with the designs that she has. So I got the Wind Waker one. She also has like Journey and a few other things, but just look at like the detail in the picture there. There's Link on the King of the Red Lions, but like look at the ocean and the sunset and just the she used a canvas, and it just came out really nicely. And I'm going to hang this up somewhere, probably somewhere behind me around there. And yeah, this update was long once again. I'm sorry that I keep doing long updates, but the Nintendo Direct had a lot to talk about. And the irony does not escape me that I complained about the little bit that we saw of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I told people to grow up, talking about Federation Force and Color Splash. I understand how much of a hypocrite I am. You can just cross that off your list of things to bring up with Dovey. Final Fantasy VII, I am completely biased towards. I can't look at it objectively, no matter how hard I try. So I do try though, but I can't. It doesn't work for me. This I can look at more objectively because it's not my favoriteest series is of all time, despite the fact that I do love Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door quite a bit. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop talking before I throw up. And I'll see you guys next week. There's going to be a Loot Anime Crate sometime this week also, so that should be fun. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And there's been several till 4. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.